Aaron motherfucking Rodgers leading the touchdown drive at the end of the half. It's good for the old fantasy team. He only scores points in the first half, though, is the problem. He got 12 points in the first half. That's usually what he ends up with for the whole game. And he lost the fumble.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
I had to play a COFL game. You got time, man.
Oh my God.
No bad, man.
I see ya.
I forgot I agreed to play.
Is it week 4 now?
Carry for Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
And not much
it's not
to
the
speak
franchise
of.
game.
Call it a
It's
1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's
You're like stepping all over my fucking khakis.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game.
But
the key to good rushing defense,
I'm out here fucking living on the floor.
Set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Meanwhile, here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. From the end zone, Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense on balance.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford.
It's on the squad.
To his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th
down.
It's not. It's only got pass tomorrow.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
He said he's getting on.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
What do you got, Brady?
Here's Carr to throw.
Okay.
Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Little pitch play, toss play. Allows the running back get some vision and some big guys to get out in front. This time they did it to the right side.
Went to the right side. Is there a preference, right or left, for a lot of these guys that run the ball at this level?
I know in the good old days, most teams were constructed to run to the right side. I can't tell you exactly why.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, 27 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
What's it mean if they have a YouTube sign over their head? Are they legit?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
My Kale 2K.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Or, yeah. He's a, he's a superstar. A superstar, too. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Back to throw, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Are you in a game right now, baby?
That's how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Carr now on 1st down. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Brady, I'm going to need an invite. Are we playing pro?
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 23 yards, the final tally.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it,
Evan, who's calling in this chat?
A 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys.
Are you in
that
here,
huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Carr now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
My TikTok's blowing, boys.
Pocket didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And it's a play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
All right. This is shot number 4 in the past week.
It's Carr. Escaping the pressure right.
How do I remember?
And out of bounds goes
No,
all the
fuck
way
that
down
old
at the
fuck.
3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Still
That
old.
was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm
And
using.
he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs
No, I don't like
taking
38
it
too fast.
in. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
That's what I might do.
Team on the field now as they will send this one away.
I'm at 70%.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, it's Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
You like Ski Mask or not?
Well, it's looking like another 3-and-out here, and at some point, you've got to be able to put together a drive and keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
This is Harris. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Oh, these kids are some tags.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about it right here.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Richard. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw his car.
How?
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly
Fuck,
right.
I got stuck on him.
You got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Yeah, extremely good.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play,
he
then
just
all
did
into the
that to
locker
him.
room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
He
They
really
certainly
just did
will, and I
that
think
to
a
him.
lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup, But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one now.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
I just don't understand. Oh, my God.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Oh, sure.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. Let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus the right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Jake, what's best? The Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Brady's playing on his PlayStation.
They'll get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Rashawn Melvin in on the stop.
Brady, I can barely hear
Quarter,
you.
you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down now. Richard. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. It's a screen to Richard. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
How we lost
an incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play. This passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Amendola, he was the intended target. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. You decide to throw a football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA power forward. It's really a difficult task.
And now
the offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's got to be more than one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I always got my head taken off.
5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford.
Look on 1st.
He sets the fire
Right at
deep.
me, and I had to like drop to the board.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further.
Yep, I'm not going to get
And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Oh, give me that.
1st down, they go with
Give
Jacobs
me that.
again. Between the last 2 plays, they moved over half the length of the football field.
To my eyes, deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
1st seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone will time in the offseason and continue to position during the season.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
I think they let this drive a little bit better. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack.
Bernie, can you just stay tonight? Can you just stay tonight?
Moved me to the right. I wasn't even going right.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And My friend, I think it's safe to say that
Trick
this
play.
game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, you know, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know
Shit, I should have caught it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
What did I die?
Gets fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
What?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
This is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator.
Scored again.
Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
What'd you say?
Fun. All right, throw it
Jordan
out.
Howard just
Let's
scored
get
again.
back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just
He's
fine.
got two of
I
them.
guess it's time now to lean on that
And
leadership.
appreciation take because he makes better than the rest.
Takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back.
Positioning on
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
That's some Billie Eilish?
And a big
No,
one
this
here
is
as he's taken
members
down.
only. XXL.
Maurice Hurst. Give him the
course.
credit for the sack and a loss of 14
Might have been the
yards.
gayest thing on here all
So
night.
after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second
like
and
Billy.
24.
I like Billy.
That's my wife.
Oceans is a thing.
Now a desperation throw deep down.
God damn, not that run me dunk it.
Intercepted for the fourth time today.
So high.
Picked up by Gary and Conley.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The
There we go.
defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball
It's a
game.
career high
That's
in
why they're
Park
walking
this
out of
year.
here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception.
Yeah.
Good way for them to end it.
No.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard
no.
speaks for itself. But you still got your starting quarterback out there. This is when you go to the backup. Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
John, are you in there, Park?
You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations,
Got what?
they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's what's puzzling me.
Oh shit, that's loud. Yeah.
You know,